Today I bust the bubble of a bunch of Mac fanboys and give you the truth about Macs. They are really no different than Windows. My name's Steve Smith, this is TQA Weekly. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions for topics for my show, email me at ask@tqaweekly.com. Go to my website, tqaweekly.com, and interact with other people on each of the specific episodes, or use the contact form to email me directly. And of course, if you're already watching on YouTube, Lip.tv, Vimeo, or anywhere else I post to you every single week, the comments box is down below. So today's topic is going to either give you information or piss you the hell off. I don't care. Literally, this is one of these things where you do need to know the truth, and Macs are not that safe. So one of the things that we actually do to get rid of fanboyism is by actually explaining to you the actual truth of the matter. There is literally no difference between a PC and a Mac when it comes to viruses. It has been years and years and years, and for many years, that we have been told that Macs do not have viruses. And a while ago, and I will get to that point, they actually just stopped saying it. And I will get to the point by explaining exactly when they stopped saying it and why. So we're going to start with 5 viruses that I decided to pick out from all of the viruses that do infect or have infected the Mac space and tell you what they do. So first of all, in 2008, a virus codenamed OSX.RSplug.D, a Trojan, masqueraded itself as a video codec on adult websites, opening a backdoor allowing for the downloading of files without the user's actual consent. You have other viruses in the Windows space that do this, and this is one of those examples of viruses that have attacked the Mac space. In the case of Windows, it's not called DivX, it's called Divo. In 2009, we had the OSX.iService and OSX.iService.B Trojan gaining access to users illegally trying to download iWorks 09 and Adobe Photoshop CS4, that's quite a while ago, and was designed to steal usernames and passwords to create the iBotnet. It didn't quite work. However, just to point something out, 1 out of every 4 torrents you're going to let download, if you download torrents at all, are fake. Please scan them before ever installing anything that you download from the internet, especially from the shady sources. And just for those wondering, I buy everything in my computer. I don't have anything that's pirated. I just like to, help out the people that actually make this stuff. In 2011, we also have the Mac Defender Rogue virus, a type of scareware that attempted to phish users into installing fake Mac security software that ended up just putting up adult pop-ups and forcing the user to pay up or keep the pop-ups there in order to clean out their system. A rude awakening for some users, and considering that most Mac users might actually have children in the house, will freak you out. In the Mac space, a really large massive virus, and also the last time you ever heard Apple say that their devices were virus-free, the Mac Flashback virus had infected over 600,000 Mac computers, as well as a few in their own place, as part of a massive botnet. Most of these computers infected were actually in North America, and it leveraged a flaw in Java, allowing it itself to infect the Mac computers. In fact, this is one of the many reasons why iOS devices don't in fact support Java or Flash to begin with, because it's an outside source that they can't monitor, can't clean, can't keep stuff out. So, in the case of computers now, if you have a Mac, you might well notice that it's either their version of Flash or Java is turned off by default, not turned on by default. And currently, and most scarily, and it's actually a considerable problem for not just Mac, but for PCs, and I'll explain the PC part in a second. Wire Lurker, a virus that is Mac OSX base that can hop onto your iPhone. I'm going to also say iPad because they're both using this relatively same operating system, and consequently, a particular problem, as even if you could clean your computer, you need to clean all of your gadgets out. So this is leveraging a flaw that has to do with USB, and this virus can determine when your favorite iOS device is connected to your favorite Mac OSX device. So basically, this is a problem. Unfortunately, it was said that was only in China. However, there have been claims as to have seen it in the wild outside of China, despite Apple saying contrary to this, and considering that you can actually just go and download it if you actually wanted to see what it did. Now, in the case of computers, we have a very similar problem, usually with USB jump drives, and we'd also have the problem of just about anything that's USB can actually be infected. So even things that your antivirus cannot scan. And this will also be true for Macs at one point, because everything has firmware in it, but your antiviruses do not scan the firmware of your favorite USB devices. So USB microphones, USB cameras, and other USB devices are prone to attack from viruses, and those you'll have to throw away because you won't be able to clean them at all. So it is a particular problem for PC and Mac, and both are prone to viruses. And as time goes on, the viruses attacking Macs are getting stronger, bolder, and much more dangerous to the Mac OS X and iOS spaces. This is not one of those episodes where I'm telling you that Macs suck. Because quite honestly, the majority of the computers on the PC side use Intel, Macs use Intel, they both relatively do the same thing. I just want you to make an honest decision based on power, what you need from the computer, and not necessarily a false ideology pushed by a bunch of fanboys that do not actually know what they're doing when it comes to giving you the facts. They all get viruses. All operating systems are prone to viruses. So when you are going to buy a computer, whether it be Windows, Mac, or Linux, look at what you want to do. If you want to do Photoshop, video, play video games, whatever, specific systems will be better set for you. You can do video as well as photoshopping on any platform now. It is not locked anymore. You can buy Photoshop for Windows just as well as you can buy it for your favorite Mac. On top of that, you can run in between both anyway. If you like playing AAA video games, you might want to stay with Windows. But guess what? You can install Windows on a Mac, side by side, or inside as a VM machine. Although side by side will give you much more power. And when it comes down to saving money, buying Mac is not necessarily going to save you money. It's more of a prestige thing. But if you really want to have something that is clean running, not necessarily more stable, but runs cleaner, you might go Mac. If you want something that has more possibilities and applications, you might actually want to go Windows. But don't for 10 seconds ever believe that they're all or even partly virus free. Be careful online, scan everything that you download, and do not ever install anything you did not explicitly go on the internet to actually go and get. Stay safe and online. Don't forget to like this episode if you like it. Don't forget to share with those that you actually believe may benefit from this, and have a great day.